Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, and good night. Here we are again on Bio. We're going to play ArmA Cold War Assault. So we are going to jump right back into the mission editor to finish off Operation Anvil. I'll show you some of the changes I made, and then we'll get to play the mission, and we'll get to see if it actually works, if there are any glitches, etc. So it'll be fun to test it out. Today I am drinking some Lipton tea. Hot today. As in the tea. It's very good. Definitely think a pinch of sugar or something would do it. I like my sweets, so I'm one of those people. But yeah, so let's jump right into it. Alright, so I'm going to load this, and I'll show you some of the changes I made. So it definitely looks a little bit more expansive than it was before. What I ended up doing was I changed the player to Black Ops, and gave a pretty high-powered rifle with a scope. So it's pretty good. I removed the 3 people that would follow the main player, and instead just gave a generic squad of soldiers. So I figured that was pretty good, just way to make it so that the player is a little bit more mobile. They don't have to worry about organizing the squads, etc. So that group is just going to move right up on into L, Village L, okay? Here are the paratroopers, and they do the same thing. They move to the road, and then on this trigger, they will start to go towards the village as well. And I put in a police jeep, a motorcycle, and some people over here, just as decorations to make the game seem more alive. By the way, one thing I noticed from last video was that it was kind of blurry, especially when I had the textures on. It became kind of confusing. Like, these greens, you can't really see very well. So now I know for the future, this is much better. So I'll just use textures every once in a while, just to get an idea of the feel. But I'm not going to worry too much about that for the actual video. Then over here, we have some allied tanks. So that's a pretty hefty unit, 4 of them. And they're going to go towards the village as well. So they just kind of go closer. They eventually see the village, and they just kind of open up fire. So it's a bunch of triggers and a bunch of different movements. And I think it should honestly come out pretty well. I have only a few soldiers, machine gunners, and soldiers in the actual village, L. But I do have a unit, or like a squad of soldiers with an officer who are going to march towards the road. Then there are 3 Sopwith enemy camel, or Sopwith camels, 3 enemy Sopwith camels, and they're going to be flying in towards the village, and then they'll go up the road towards St. Louis, and then they'll come all the way back. So if I zoom out, it's kind of just pattern like that, up to St. Louis and back. And then they're going to patrol this area. As I explained last video, this big circle is the area that you are not allowed to exit. Otherwise, then the game will be a loss. Once all of the east soldiers, once all of the enemies are dead in here, in the village, in L, then it's a win. So there are a few triggers. It looks like 4. So, yep, just a few soldiers. And it's a pretty simple map that I put together. So hopefully this should go well. And I think it's good to test out Operation Anvil. Yeah, so let's get right into it. Alright, so here we are. It's a pretty foggy day. I kind of did that deliberately. Oh, and look, these soldiers are already on the road. Okay, well, the police jeep is now trying to run this machine gunner over. And this motorcycle is kind of... Oh, man. I have binoculars. Fantastic. Alright, well... Oh, look, stop with camels up there. And something just crashed already. I think one of the planes. In my preliminary tests, oh yeah. One of my preliminary tests, I had noticed that yeah, I had noticed that people would crash their planes a lot, which is kind of bizarre. I didn't expect that to be a thing that happened a lot, but it did. So, definitely some interesting things happen, but, you know, overall, this game is pretty good, you know, being able to set up your own missions and stuff, and paratroopers are out there. I think that's the pilot of one of the planes that crashed. Yeah, I think you can see a revolver in his hand. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure. Plus, also, he was pretty much alone against entire squads. Oh, the civilian just stood up. Which means this must be not a terribly dangerous area for the moment. Very handsome lad, and looking at this grave. It'd be really nice if, you know, the paratroopers actually did their job and moved up, and so did the riflemen, but I guess I just have to forego that for now. This is the service station. That's on the way to Village L. And I think, is that another? No, I think that's the same crash. I have no idea. Oh, it's a gentleman, a lady. It's only been about 3 minutes and they've already crashed all of the stuff with camels. Yeah, that seems to be a thing that happens a lot. But unfortunately, since I did create this, I do know the positions of some of the enemies. So I do know that, for instance, that there is a unit to the right somewhere. But, you know, so I won't necessarily be surprised in most cases. Although, you never know. Oh yeah. I see them. Let's see if I can actually take any of them out. Hey. Oh, I think maybe the tanks have engaged them. My lead time is horrible, as in, I'm a bad shot in FPSs. So don't be surprised. Alright, I'm gonna move up though. Because it's actually not necessary that I kill all of them, technically. Like, I actually really only need to. Take out. Ooh, ticks. Wait, take a fire. I think. So I'm pretty sure I'm blind right now. I have no idea where anybody took fire from. I don't know if the tanks did or if they were shooting at someone. This tea is good. So I'm pretty sure I set the tanks up to go on a seek and destroy mission. So I think they're just gonna... I don't really know all of the titles of, like, all of the actions that they can do. But, oh yeah. Little Eastern soldiers, all dead. Yeah, so I'm not entirely sure all of the different classifications of, like, their abilities and stuff, but, I'm pretty sure the seek and destroy, they kind of just circle around and keep hunting. Like, that's kind of what I've experienced. And, again, I'm kind of cheating because, yeah, wow, looks like they took him out. Well, that's awesome. So the tanks did their job. I have no idea if there are any enemies left. Well, there must be somebody left. Oh, damn it. I'm just died. Where? It's clearly blind, but so you get the idea. It's kind of just a quick mission. Apparently, the planes do like to crash, and the tanks just pretty much steamroll. I'm kind of surprised they didn't find that guy earlier who killed me at the very end, but that's fine. I mean, they wiped out this entire squad, so yeah, it's not bad. I think it's actually a pretty good scenario. Basic, but I think it's a good learning experience. Also, just in terms of ArmA, make sure that you actually have soldiers with you. And, yeah, I think that's pretty much the main lesson here we've learned today. Alright, so until next time, have a good day, and I will talk to you soon. See ya.